The secret of Switzerland's success. How this small country surpassed superpowers. Imagine a country that has no oil, no gold or silver mines, has never had colonies in history, and doesn't possess a powerful military. Yet today, it is one of the wealthiest countries in the world. How is it possible that the per capita income of a Swiss citizen is higher than that of an American, a German, or even a Japanese? Why has Switzerland, this small country, surpassed many economic superpowers? 1815, the Congress of Vienna. Europe was engulfed in the flames of the Napoleonic Wars. Empires had fallen and borders were shifting. Amidst the chaos of politicians, representatives from a small but resilient country stood firm. The Swiss, weary of war, had come to make a historic decision: the declaration of permanent neutrality. At the time, this decision may have seemed like a simple tactic for survival, but it laid the foundations for a future that would make Switzerland one of the safest, most stable, and ultimately wealthiest countries in the world. But neutrality alone was not enough. How did Switzerland leverage this advantage to build an invincible economy? Years later, in the 1930s, while the world was grappling with economic crises and internal conflicts, a bank was established on the quiet streets of Zurich that would change the rules of the financial world. We offer our clients something they can't find anywhere else: absolute security. This was the motto of Swiss banks. But how did they achieve such security? In 1934, the banking secrecy law was passed. From that moment on, the assets of every individual remained hidden from the eyes of all governments, even the most powerful nations in the world. Billionaires, monarchs, and even politicians from other countries flooded Switzerland with their wealth. But the banks were only part of the story. Switzerland needed more than just vaults filled with gold. 1866, the town of Vevey. A young chemist in a small laboratory carefully poured a powdered substance into a jar. Unaware of the future, he had just invented the first formula for infant milk powder, a formula that would later bear the famous name Nestlé. Fall of 1942, Europe was burning in the flames of World War II. London was being bombed, Paris was under Nazi occupation, and Berlin was preparing for another attack. But amidst this chaos, calm trains were crossing Switzerland's border, carrying gold, financial documents, and wealth that had sought refuge in this small country. Switzerland not only stayed out of the war, but due to its strategic location, it became a hub for financial exchanges. After the war, when Europe was rebuilding, the Swiss had the capital and infrastructure that kept them a step ahead. But there was another secret to the success of this country, something that's not often discussed. 1955, ETH Zurich University. A student with bright eyes was writing formulas on the blackboard. That student was none other than Albert Einstein, who had studied at this university. But Switzerland didn't just stop at nurturing great scientists. They created something that many developed countries had overlooked: vocational education. Instead of producing large numbers of unemployed graduates, they trained a workforce that was ready to work in industry from day one. While other countries struggled with a lack of specialists, Switzerland had a network of engineers, specialists, and entrepreneurs pushing its industries forward. Years have passed since those difficult days. Today, in Zurich, Geneva, and Basel, the streets are filled with multinational company offices, international banks, and state-of-the-art factories. Now, looking back, one truth stands clear: Switzerland never waited for others to decide its future. With intelligence, innovation, strategic policies, and investment in its people, Switzerland outpaced the superpowers. This small country, while the great powers fought for global dominance, chose a different path, building a stable, creative, and invulnerable economy. So, the next time you find yourself in a store, looking at a Swiss watch or seeing a name like Nestlé, Roche, or UBS, remember that behind these names lies a story, the story of a small country that conquered the world. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more in-depth analysis on global economics and politics. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let us know who you think will dominate this economic battle. See you in the next video.